In the grand tapestry of human history, few threads are as captivating as our fascination with the afterlife. Every ancient culture wove its own unique vision of what lies beyond the veil, a world where souls find their final resting place. Some of these mythologies painted pictures of paradises, blissful realms where the righteous are rewarded with eternal joy and serenity. But others, and perhaps more strikingly, depicted the underworld as a chilling labyrinth of shadows and torment, a realm where the dead are not at peace, but rather face eternal damnation, or are put to test in arduous trials. Today, we're going to take a journey back in time to explore 5 such terrifying underworlds from ancient mythology. These are not just stories. They are echoes of the past, whispers that tell us as much about the societies that created them as about their beliefs in the afterlife. Prepare to venture into the darkest corners of the human imagination and uncover the chilling secrets of the underworld that have stood the test of time. 5. Helheim, Norse Mythology. In the bleak landscapes of Norse mythology, Helheim is not a place of rest, but a realm of gloom. Ruled by the goddess Hel, who presides over the underworld with an air of solemn finality, Helheim is the destination for those whose lives end in sickness, old age, or by some misfortune. The very air here is heavy with despair, mirroring the somber fate of those who enter its shadowy domain. As Snorri Sturluson described in the prose Edda, Helheim was a place where the sun never shone, where icy winds howled relentlessly, and where the soil was so barren that nothing grew there. To enter this desolate realm was to be enveloped in an eternal winter, a state of being as frigid and unforgiving as the tomb of the frost giant Ymir, where Odin once sought wisdom. It wasn't a place for the faint of heart, but for those who, through the capricious hand of fate, found themselves in its icy grip. Their existence there was marked by a haunting sameness, an endless cycle of gray skies and biting cold, a stark reminder of the harsh realities of the afterlife in Norse belief. It wasn't a place of punishment, but neither was it a haven of peace. It was simply an acknowledgement of the inevitability of death and the somber reality that awaited many. Number 4. Duat, Ancient Egypt. In the grand tapestry of Egyptian mythology, Duat is not merely a realm, but a labyrinth of perilous paths. This underworld was not a place of rest, but a testing ground for the soul, a dark and dangerous journey that the deceased had to navigate successfully to reach the blissful field of reeds. As the Egyptians envisioned it, Duat was a subterranean world, a shadowy realm that lay beneath the earth, mirroring the darkness that enveloped the sun during its nightly journey through the underworld. This realm was not static, but a dynamic landscape fraught with challenges and guarded by fearsome creatures. It was a realm of shadows and secrets, a place where the boundaries between life and death were blurred and where the very essence of the soul was put to the ultimate test. For those who dared to venture into its depths, the path to the afterlife was not a peaceful stroll, but a harrowing ordeal filled with treacherous twists and turns that demanded courage, cunning, and unwavering determination. This challenging journey was not just a test of the soul's mettle, but also a reflection of the Egyptian belief in the multifaceted nature of the afterlife, a realm where the deceased were not immediately welcomed into paradise, but had to prove themselves worthy through a series of trials and tribulations. 3. Naraka, Hindu and Buddhist texts. In the complex mythology of Hinduism and Buddhism, Naraka is not just a place, but a pit of torment. Depicted as a realm of immediate retribution, this hellish domain is the creation of Yama, the god of death, and serves as a place of temporary punishment for those whose deeds in life have tipped the scales towards darkness. Unlike the cyclical journey of Duat, Naraka is a place of intense suffering, a fiery abyss where the wicked are thrown upon their death, facing retribution for their misdeeds. The concept of Naraka is not merely a tool to instill fear, but a reminder of the consequences of one's actions. In Buddhist texts, it's a place where the ghosts of the damned wander, trapped in an unending cycle of misery due to their attachment to worldly desires and their failure to attain enlightenment. The imagery of Naraka is undeniably haunting. A realm where the heat is unbearable, the torment is relentless, and the only company is that of fellow sufferers, each trapped in their own personal hell. The idea of Naraka is a stark warning, a reminder that every choice, every action has its repercussions, and that the path to liberation requires more than just the avoidance of sin. It demands a profound shift in perspective, a turning away from the allure of the material world and a striving towards the light of spiritual awakening. 2. Xibalba, Maya civilization. In the rich tapestry of Mayan mythology, Xibalba is not just a destination, but a perilous journey. This underworld was not a place of rest, but a harrowing trial by ordeal, a dark and treacherous realm that the soul had to navigate successfully to reach the blissful land of the ancestors. The very name Xibalba, meaning the place of fright, sets the tone for the horrors that await. As described in the Popol Vuh, the sacred text of the Maya, Xibalba was a place of darkness, ruled by the lords of death, the grim and imposing deities who presided over this subterranean world. The path through this underworld was fraught with danger, filled with deadly challenges, and guarded by fearsome creatures ready to test the mettle of any soul that dared to enter. It was a realm of both physical and psychological trials, a place where the Maya believed that the deceased had to demonstrate their strength, courage, and wisdom to prove their worthiness to move on to the next stage of their journey. To traverse Xibalba successfully was no easy feat. It demanded a combination of physical prowess, mental acuity, and a deep understanding of the spiritual and natural world. Those who failed were said to be forever trapped in the underworld, doomed to wander its dark passages for eternity. Number 1, Tartarus, ancient Greece. In the pantheon of ancient Greek mythology, Tartarus stands as a symbol of ultimate punishment, a place not just of imprisonment, but of eternal torment. Located deep within the underworld, it was not a realm of rest, but a prison of unimaginable horror, a place where the wicked and the perverse suffered endlessly for their transgressions against the gods. As described by poets like Homer and Hesiod, Tartarus was a dark and dismal place, a dungeon-like realm shrouded in mist and darkness where the air itself was thick with despair. It was a place where the damned were thrown, banished for eternity from the warm embrace of the sun, condemned to a life of cold and misery. The very structure of Tartarus was designed to evoke terror, a gaping abyss surrounded by towering walls that echoed with the screams of the suffering. The punishment meted out in Tartarus was not just severe, it was creative in its cruelty, often tailored to fit the specific sins of the condemned. From being chained to chariots like the Dioscures, to being trapped in a prison of fire like Ixion, the possibilities for torment were as endless as the malice of the gods themselves. To be sent to Tartarus was not merely a punishment, it was a fate worse than death, a state of perpetual suffering that offered no hope of redemption or release. It was a place that struck terror into the hearts of the Greeks, a chilling reminder of the price one paid for straying too far from the narrow path of righteousness. These 5 underworlds are not just myths. They are portals to the collective psyche of our ancestors, revealing what they feared, what they hoped for, and ultimately what they believed defined the very essence of humanity. They invite us to peer into the abyss of the unknown, to confront the darkness that has always coexisted with the light in the human experience. If you enjoyed this journey through the underworld, please don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into the hidden realms of mythology. Your support allows us to continue exploring the depths of human history and belief. Together, let's keep uncovering the secrets that lie beneath the surface.